Hi guys, it's Derek here from Retrowave. I'll be talking about how you can modify your vocal beats snare to get a much better sound. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys a comparison from the snare when it's not modified and when it is. So there's the unmodified. It's very distorted, right? And you can hear that's a lot snappier. Now you don't really notice it as much until you turn up the decay. It's kind of distorted, right? So that's what we're going to be changing. Now, one thing I would definitely recommend you guys use would be a magnifying desktop lamp. You could use a microscope. That's what I use. Low magnification, a stereo microscope. Helping hands is also helpful for holding your cables as well. Now what I've done is I went out and I bought a bunch of capacitors to see which one that I liked the most. I would suggest go out and buy a few and see which one sounds the best to you. What you want to do is buy a film capacitor. Now what I've done is I bought a 104K film capacitor at 250 volts. Okay, so what I've done here is I've taken two DuPont female cables and I've cut off the other end, and the other end of the cable is what we're going to be soldering onto the board. Now, if you look at the circuit board, you can see we're going to have to be soldering by C78. There's 2 points there. This is where we're going to solder on our two cables. You're going to want to use thin flux solder and solder that onto the wires first. Make sure that you're using a fine tip soldering iron at approximately 60 volts. Position the wire on the board using the helping hands and heat up the wire, and it should adhere to the board. I should also mention you can also install an optional switch, which will allow you to switch back from the way the machine was originally. Now that everything's done, you're going to take the capacitor and put it in the two female ends of the DuPont cable. This will allow you to change out the capacitor in the future.